what was it about this sport that you dug early on?
Uh, just being outside.
Yeah.
That's so, I thought it was so many other things coming out of sport when I missed sport so much. And I just thought it must be this, it must be that, it must be the total immersiveness of it. And that's partly true. It must be the competitive nature of it. That's partly true. But I think I just love, I run this paddle shack here in Victoria at the Oak Bay Marina, and I just love getting there at 5 o'clock in the morning and leaving at 5 o'clock at night and getting people out on the water. I just like being outside.
Yes.
So all of those other things were just, in the end, I was like, I think I just found a sport that required you to be preoccupied, which is such a beautiful thing. Skilled attention. You have just like clarity in what you're doing, and you're in fresh air.
I know.
So,
I tell people all the time when I first got into it, I was like, what I liked about it, being so hyperactive, you get in the water and you're going, oh, I'm a little scared. The water's cold. Oh, I'm feeling good. This is nice. Oh, my arms are getting tired. Oh, I'm done. Now I'm on the bike and this is great. This is fun. Oh, this hill sucks. I hate this. This is awful. Oh, I'm off the bike. I'm done. I'm running. This is great. Oh, this is bad. This is good. Oh, I'm in a beer garden. I mean, it's like you're living all these different things all in anywhere from 1 hour to 8 hours. It's just fun.
it is, and it's challenging, and it takes, that it comes again back to that preoccupation piece. It's like the blessing of preoccupation, something to be just consumed by and immersed in and want to know all the details about, and just like pour your heart and soul into it. And as a professional athlete, and then coming out of that, that's something I really began to appreciate even more. It's like the joy of, like, I got to be immersed and tried to be a master of something, and just the preoccupation that comes with that, I really enjoyed. And if it's something that's outside, there's not a lot to complain about.
So when you heard that the sport was going to be in the Olympics, right? It was going to be a premiere in 2000, and I think they announced it in 94 or 95, something like that. Was that sort of the catalyst for you to, I think I could be good at this and I want to go make an Olympic team?
Yeah, I grew up in Kingston, Ontario, in a hockey town, and I would get checked into the boards and like shatter into a million pieces. So I wasn't. I had the endurance. I gained endurance from playing hockey all day long, but that was not going to be my sport. You get. I hate to say the word indoctrinated, but I'm going to. You get a little indoctrinated into this idea that you're going to carry the flag, you're going to go to the Olympics, you're going to represent your country.
Right.
And that's great. It's great. And then when it actually happens, what great about it is it really makes you question those things. It makes you say, okay, I did that, and now what? And what does that really mean? And that's been the interesting part for me, was growing up wanting to represent Canada, wanting to go stand on the podium, wanting to hear the national anthem, all those, saying the right things about it.
Right.
And then stopping and going, hey, just a second, let's be careful with nationalism. Let's be careful with this. Like, this is not about competition and better than. This is about cultures coming together and people gathering. And that's been the trend, that big shift for me. As someone that carried the flag twice, I was asked about those things. I gave the proper answers. And then I began to reflect on, like, what does that really mean? Like, and now we're seeing it, and it's timely. Like, what does it mean to have that flag? And what would it mean to say, for instance, not carry the flag or to kneel? And those questions are good questions, and they're questions that should be asked, and they're questions that are hard answers. And that's the good stuff. And I'm into that now. And it comes from when you're in the ocean, and and the United States is 19 kilometers across the strait, and you can see the glory of the Olympic mountain range and Port Angeles, and Seattle's right there. The idea that a human being can't just simply, that they come across the water and then this sort of fictional, arbitrary, like, oh, sorry, that's yours and this is ours, and you can be there, but you can't be here. I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time. I go, wait a minute. So if an American came over here and was like, I need to, we're able to just suddenly say, well, look, here's our passport, here's the thing, I get it. We need all that structure. But part of me thinks also, let's acknowledge that that's ridiculous.
Well, Yeah.
That's
As an athlete, you just want to, if I'm paddling or I'm running or I'm cycling, why can't I just go from, that's what I've done my whole life, go from point A to point B? Why
yeah,
do I need to be going through some checkpoint to get
right.
to, sure,
And
point B?
for sure, I get it. I
Right,
understand. Very easy to piece together. Well, if this happened, then that, and personal property rights, and yada yada yada. I got
right.
it. But part of me is just like, so you're saying if a human who was struggling and needed your assistance stepped on that, you suddenly have this position of like, well, I might let you in. I'm like, okay, just a second. That's so like, come on,
Yeah,
wait. We need to have an honest conversation about that. What that piece really means. Like, I'm from here, you're from there. This is me, that's you. That divisive stuff, I have a hard time with it.